Democrats haven't learned their lesson after embracing socialism cost them 8 seats and counting in the House. The way things are looking, Nancy Pelosi will only have a slim majority in the House after boasting about a blue wave. And now Bernie Sanders says it's amusing when Republicans attack his far-left agenda and Americans actually, well, they love his policies.
I mean, Fox News literally had exit polling data that they showed on their fucking broadcast on the day of the election that unironically favored Bernie Sanders' agenda to a fucking T. So what's the take there? I do not know. Why is it that like a big part of what Republicans do sometimes is just look at like reasonable things that people are saying, but say it in like a funny voice, like repeat the exact same thing that Bernie Sanders is saying, but in a funny voice. So like, what is that an own? Like, did you mock him? Like, at least when I do that, which is something I do as well, I follow through on like why you're being fucking brain dead. Instead of just being like, oh, Americans want health care. Like in this circumstance, here's what you would do. You would say, according to Bernie, Americans want health care. And then you follow that up by saying, actually, Americans love sucking off the CEOs of Aetna and also Blue Cross Blue Shield, making sure that their year-over-year profits are marginally increasing. Sorry, shareholder value is very important to the American population, more than, getting free health care. So that's what she's supposed to say. Now, if she said that, she would sound fucking insane. I don't think she can say that, but
6 months of sanity in this insane time.
The truth is that when you talk about raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour, when you're talking about expanding health care to all people as a human right, when you talk about effectively taking on climate change, when you talk about making public colleges and universities tuition free, these are not far left ideas. These are common sense ideas that the majority of the American people support, and we're going to fight to make sure that they're implemented.
Yet, Dana, Americans love Medicare for all until they find out their care will be rationed, their taxes will be raised, and private health insurance will be outlawed.
Right, if you just ask that.
Their care will be rationed and their... Dude, the biggest lie that Americans, both on the left, like the liberal Democratic Party, and also on the right, tell American people is that your healthcare is not rationed currently. It is rationed currently. It's rationed by virtue of wealth. If you're rich, your healthcare is not rationed. Okay? You can pay for it. If you're poor, your healthcare is rationed all the fucking time, like nonstop, literally. Also, speaking of rationing healthcare, look at the state that we're in currently in places like South Dakota or places like El Paso in Texas, for example. They're literally doing triage. They actually have death panels now. Okay? Insurance is literally rationed. Is regular Medicare rationed? Like every form of healthcare is rationed. Every form of healthcare is rationed to a certain degree. Okay? So now having said that, of course, the irony here is that she's making it seem like the current existing system is good when it clearly isn't. It does not yield positive results for the overwhelming majority of Americans.
Private health insurance will be outlawed.
Right, if you just ask that first question, usually you will get somebody like 65% of people, yeah, of course I think everybody should have health insurance. Yes, of course I think everyone should have more money. And then when you ask the second question, then support usually goes way down. So that's why you have this gridlock in Washington, D.C. And
I can't tell if we're watching MSNBC or Fox News, man. Pretty funny. Pretty funny to just hear like how similar MSNBC's rhetoric is to Fox News on this issue. That's interesting. Just think about that for a second.
And I also feel like all of us are a little bit guilty of this, but I feel like Bernie Sanders in particular, he's surrounded by people who agree with him, right? And all of us have a social circle and neighbors and friends. Well, you have no friends. But if you go home on the weekend and you see people who they just can't believe this happened and can't believe that, and they're all thinking the same way, you come back and you think, well, everybody thinks that way. And we are quite polarized. There are lots of different ideas out there. But I will tell you that,
like people who think all Americans should get
Hey,
fucking
Hasan, I
free
must admit
healthcare
I've been
coverage,
following you for
something
34
that's
months now,
literally
initially I
afforded
disagreed
to
on a lot of stuff
regular
you said
citizens
about
by virtue
passion
of being
for Bernie.
citizens in, like, I don't know, a
Recently, I
social
looked up
democratic
videos from Bernie, and
European
he is
country,
only
or
talking
even
logical stuff.
America's hat,
Not
Canada,
one thing I do
or even
disagree
developing
on.
nations around the world. You know, that's the kind of thing that, you know, some Americans want, and then others are like, no, fuck that. Americans should be melted into biofuel if they're poor, because being rich means you did something right, and being poor means you did something wrong. That's sort of difference in opinion. So yeah, America's underwear, Mexico as well also has one.
I had
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. America is literally North Mexico.
the newly elected
In South
young
Canada.
Kim. She is from
One
Orange
and
County.
done,
She
gone.
just they just called that race in Orange County. She's part of that new Republican class of freshmen that Kevin McCarthy helped recruit. They all won. She is so impressive. And I asked her, do you think this is true, what Bernie Sanders is saying? That, you know, did you find that in your race? And she said quite the opposite, that it was those ideas that actually helped propel her to that win.
Because the American people, Jesse, aren't stupid, and they know what the Green New Deal is. It means that they're going to take away your gasoline-powered car in, 5,
Americans aren't stupid. That's why they believe a complete fabrication I made up and that this network propagates routinely. That's why Americans are smart, because they believe my stupid attitude towards a foundational, like a policy foundation that I think will be overall bad, because, you know, the people that pay my advertising think that it's not good for their bottom line.
15 years.
Socialism is like a free shot. Sounds good, but you pay for it the next day. And that's what
What?
Bernie Sanders has made his career on, is he takes something that everybody likes, like college or housing or healthcare, and then he just slaps the word free in front of it and then runs for president and gets rich. I mean, they tried socialist healthcare in Vermont.
I hate this so much.
Bless help me, my dad says we can't compare America to Scandinavian countries because they don't have the same immigration as us.
That's such a great fucking take from your dad. Now, either your dad believes that immigrants have something intrinsically broken in them, where they are just fundamentally flawed individuals by virtue of being born on a different border, a different side of the border. Or there's no literal reason for why immigration should stop having social safety nets.
Antifa has caused harm in so many cities.
Considering
Who
that
is right
economies
it is an
scale,
organization? If it isn't
considering that
how these
economies
coordinated
scale,
attacks happen,
I think
then
that
read the BTW.
immigration coming into the United States is not necessarily going to hamper our programs or social safety nets.
His home state, and they had to bail on it because it didn't work. Think about these policies: defund the police, higher gas prices, higher taxes, open borders, gun grabbing. None of that stuff's popular. It actually hammers the middle class and the lower class, but the wealthy, they can survive socialism. Because the wealthy, they have the gated communities, they have the private security, have the tax shelters, the boot.
I don't get it, like, but a big part of like Bernie Sanders's policy proposals literally revolve around closing those fucking tax loopholes
class
and
K.
punishing corporations of the wealthy for using tax shelters and shit. So, and increasing, and increasing the tax burden that they have. What is he saying right now? Is he saying that, like, why is it that whenever people criticize socialism, it literally sounds like they're describing capitalism? Like every time capitalists criticize socialism, they are literally describing capitalism. A massive concentration of power at the top, folks. You don't want that happening, okay? You don't want authoritarian rule with people starving on the streets, you know, people lining up in lines to be able to get bread or food in general. You don't want empty shelves in grocery stores. You don't want any of that. It's like, oh wait, we literally do that. We live that. Fuck. That's what you mean. So what's up? Like, we have that currently. So it's no different in essence to what Donald Trump does, or Donald Trump very famously unsuccessfully tried to do when he claimed that, you know, this is Joe Biden's America, and he just kept pointing to his America, that where he was the president. In an effort to get reelected, he was like, look, Joe Biden's America, folks. Like, you got to vote for me. And it's like, that's what they're doing right now. When you're pointing to things that are happening under capitalism right now that have been normalized and saying this is what's going to happen under socialism. Okay. Thanks.
Doctors around the clock, they'll be fine. But what you are noticing now is you're seeing normal Democrats kind of aligning with Republicans against the socialists, and that is what I call unity.
Also, I just watched a video of Bernie, and he doesn't want to abolish
he's right.
police, he wants to reform it.
This should terrify
As
you.
always.
This should terrify you.
You support socialism? Huh. Yet you use an iPhone. Checkmate libs heart. Im vegan BTW.
This is, by the way, this is right. Jesse Waters is right. Republicans are brutally honest. They can be brutally honest on their shows when they're talking about establishment Democrats like this. That's unity. We're all getting together to fucking shit on socialists and the progressive left. He's right. It should worry you that we've watched a 5-minute video on the 5, and like every single thing that they've said thus far sounds exactly like establishment Democrats.
Democrats, though, don't acknowledge why they suffered in this election. Aren't they really going to get their rumps handed to them in 2 years?
Well, first, let me say, I don't live in a bubble with people who agree with me. I come on this show.
How's your weekend?
And I can say, yeah, my weekend's truly a mixed bag, because I got a lot of conservatives and liberals in my family. But I will say this to you, you know, what you just heard from Bernie Sanders, that's the gospel truth. You can just look at the polls, not only the polls, you can look at the polls of people who voted in this 2020 election, and that's what they say overwhelmingly. So you made a good point. Well, what if you ask about who pays and all these taxes and all that? Yeah, it shifts, but basically, when it comes to these kind of brass tack items, like the environment, people say, yes, we want to do more about climate change. When you ask about something like healthcare, people say, you know what? The healthcare system is totally out of sorts in this country. You ask about college for young people, they say these heavy debts on young people, they're unfair. That goes across political lines.
Greg.
You know what a social
No answer. They literally just move past that. There's no way. You can't answer that.
socialist is? A socialist is someone who can't achieve in a competitive world. So they want to make everybody match their own failures. If they can't do it.
If that was the case, then why the fuck do so many Republicans get butthurt when they see my fucking subscription number or when they see my position at Twitch and constantly fucking cry to the refs? I'm always confused by that take where it's like they get mad at you. They get mad at you and they say you're jealous when you're poor. They get mad at you and they say you're a hypocrite when you are successful. You know? Also, his shoes are so gnarly, dude.
These people are
Then neither can you. And it's an entire system based on envy. That's all it is. Just thought I'd leave that there.
About solutions for problems
Because
Americans
basically
are facing.
Those are so ugly. Actually, I think neolibs get more upset about that. Well,
Wow, it's
neoliberals
already been 6
and
months.
neoliberals and Republicans are like this when it comes to shitting on socialism. As a matter of fact, that's why you see the five sound exactly like, an MSNBC panel.
Jesse said everything I was going to say.
Oh, darn it. Sorry, Greg.
And I do have friends, Dana. You just don't know them. Last time I'm inviting you over for...
Ugh. Yikes, these guys are so cringe. Did you cover Kamala returning to the Senate for the first time? Interesting things. Yeah, I did. I saw her fucking dab up Lindsey Graham, which was really fucking gross. Why would you do that? Lindsey Graham literally said, or tried to pressure Republicans in Georgia to yeet out votes that voted for you and Joe Biden. And you're out here giving him fucking dabs that he does not earn or he does not deserve. Which account is garbage? I am going to watch youtube.com/channel/Hasanabi. More power to you, brother. He was fist bumping him in Eiffel Tower position. What? Okay, dude, chill. It's like when everyone's buddy at TwitchCon. Yeah, I hate it. An interesting scene at the Senate floor. Several GOP congratulated Kamala Harris. I don't know why I said it like that. Kamala Harris. Most Republicans are still siding with Trump in his fight over the election. Senators Tim Scott, Mike Rounds, James Langford all congratulated her, as did Ben Sass. Lindsey Graham gave her a fist bump. How is the food fight behind you in California? Langford said to Harris, an apparent reference to the efforts to fill her Senate seat. Asked about his fist bump to Kamala Harris, Senator Lindsey Graham told me this. Just saying hello. I haven't seen her in a while. If it works out and they make it, I told her I wish her well and I try to work where we can. We will know here in a month or less. They're such fucking pussies, dude. Trump withdraws troops early. Some work there is unfinished and leads to an uprising and terrorists again. Democrats are the ones who created them. Biden either does nothing and is called soft on terrorism, or does something but has to send troops back so he looks bad. I don't think Trump is thinking about it like that. Cori Bush will be a superstar on the left.
That there is still a problem with police brutality in this country.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to have Cori Bush hopefully with Jamal Bowman on simultaneously, perhaps, if it works.
Jesse Wathers was just scared.
Soon. We're just trying to figure out the logistics right now. She's great.
And so I understand that people don't like the slogan. I get that, but I don't like death. I don't like Black death. I don't like to keep seeing my people die at the hands of police and nothing is happening. I don't like that. So I think I can't care about people's feelings. I can't care about, if you like what I'm saying or not. My people are dying, and that's what I have to look at. But the point is,
what is this insane Karen video that everyone keeps fucking telling me?
I'm okay with that. So if you want to talk to them, it shouldn't just be to Anthony. The entire class should have this done again, and X's should be put, or different colors should be put on the homework or a new sheet, and let them understand what the process is. But I'm not the only parent who thinks this. I'm just the only parent who's not scared to stand up and say something. Okay, I understand your concerns, and thank you for sharing your concerns. And like I said, I will talk to him tomorrow. So you're just going to talk to Anthony? This assignment's not going to get redone, and have everybody understand that we have 6 states at this point.
What's going to happen when, Biden gets inaugurated is a real question. Like, I really want to know.
Hey liberal, you say you care about other people's lives but you keep fucking my girlfriend. Checkmate Hasan. Also, can I please see her? It's been 15 days and I miss her.
No.
There were 7 when this assignment was done. There's 6 that are still in litigation, and why? Even if you don't go into that kind of detail for
You'll have to do a BLM fist to enter fucking brunch. Oh my God. I can't tell if this is like something that a Republican truly believes or is this person is like, what? Just make people do squats if they don't wear masks. Hassan will spearhead the tickle party. How did you vote Obama? You're gonna die if you lose your Senate seat. Let's go Juan. Get him Juan Williams based. Put the mimosas down, bitch. Okay, I can't. I think they're being sarcastic. Never mind. I thought that they were being serious. Like,
to explain to them, you can't. This answer, who won the election, should have been no. The answer was nobody. That was the answer, nobody. Not Joe Biden. It was nobody.
this is so funny. This is so much cringier than fucking pussy hat wearing libs like losing their shit over Donald Trump.
It should not just be told to my son. That's what the entire school system should be teaching if you're going to address this. Either don't address it or address it properly. There's no, well, there is gray area. There's 6 of them.
Why is there no gray area in Texas then? Like, why is there no gray area in North Carolina? Like, why is it only gray areas where like, you know, Joe Biden won? Like, why is that the only gray area? Do you ever think about that? Does that ever cross your mind where you're like, kind of weird that I only think Joe Biden is benefiting from this gray area? That's the funniest part. Let me tell you something. This is the funniest part about voter fraud, right? Whenever people say like, oh, voter fraud's happening and it's helping the demon rats, it's like, first of all, no. Like, why is it that these errors are always favoring the Democrats? Like, that's not how this works. When voter fraud happens, it's incredibly rare. But when it happens, it's Republicans and Democrats that might be doing it. As a matter of fact, a lot of these recent heavily publicized news stories of single instances of voter fraud, which were like 2 in Pennsylvania, for example, well, they were Republicans. So what's up? A lot of these cases are literally Republicans doing voter fraud. So I don't know. I find it really strange.
So I am bringing this up. I'm not done. I am upset about this because you literally, whether you say that you said it, the homework that he brought home says completely opposite. If you did talk to them about that, that's not what you told him to color in. He told me you went up to there and put up a map. I went and put up a map. I didn't go to Google. I went to the National Archives, and then I also went to OAN, and it had exactly what.
Oh no! Oh God, that person is a parent, dude. That sucks. That sucks a lot, dude. That is so sad.
Would you recommend it, and does it have good stability?
That's so fucking sad. That's your mom.
He and I had been talking about, and he said, well, I don't understand. Why is this not what she showed me? And I was like, where did she go? Well, she went to Google. Well, there you go.
Pass boggies.
Is supposed to.
Apparently, my woke King Charlie is losing a lot of sleep, losing his mind a little bit. Let's take a look.
The left has always hated Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving can be interpreted as a religious holiday if you believe in giving thanks to a creator. But they hate Thanksgiving.
Wait, what? What? First of all, like, no one fucking hates the act of getting together with your family on Thanksgiving. Like, everybody likes that, okay? It's a fun thing. What it represents historically is whitewashing indigenous genocide. That's certainly something people are understandably frustrated by.
This side of the Dixie line.
I hate it so wrong. Really? I like it. But okay, well, I love my family. And also I didn't grow up with Thanksgiving, so like I hated it when I couldn't be around my family for Thanksgiving, but now I just like get together with as many family members that I can get together with in America, and I enjoy it. I enjoy being around family. But of course, I have the privilege of having like my grandfather's and his like unhinged Facebook takes are fucking crazy, but they like aren't OAN crazy. He's gone in like a different direction. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Like, he tells his doctor like he believes COVID's real, but he thinks that there's like different cures that he tells his doctor about that he found out from Facebook, and it sucks. You know what I mean? But like, what are you gonna do? He's fucking 80 some years old. Like, that's just the way. It's just, yeah. At least he's still going to a doctor and telling him, and the doctor's like, no, stop it. Like, and also he's not like a racist or anything. Luckily, like that could have happened. A lot of you have that. A lot of you have racist ass grandparents. My other grandfather, who passed away back in 2009, like he was probably a little bit more on the racist side, or he was a very angry man, you know. But Dogan is not. Dogan's a very angry man too, but he's not racist. Luckily. And I don't really have like Trump supporting Andys in the family. So maybe that's part of the reason why Thanksgiving, or at least the act of like getting together with your family members, is something I've always, I'm a marabou. So the act of like, participating in Thanksgiving is something that I cherish. I like it. Because I'm a fucking marabou. I like it. Anyway. Does Jank attend these Thanksgiving dinners? Yeah.
Thanksgiving because they believe there is nothing you should be thankful for in America. This is an awful place. It is cancerous, rotten to the core. Tear it all down. Burn it from within. Why would you be thankful? Instead, we need a revolution. Remember, as the Students for a Democratic Society radicals once wrote in the 1960s, they said, conflict is the origin of everything. What happens when you're thankful? By definition, you're less likely to be involved and engaged in conflict. Thanksgiving is supposed to de-escalate any sort of pre-existing.
Wait. Students for a Democratic Society? Like, he's saying, like, I don't get it. Is he saying that the SDS was bad? Did I miss that? Like, what is he? Like, is his take that like organizing against the Vietnam War and organizing for civil rights is a bad thing?
Why does Charlie look like he became an alcoholic?
Bro, you're not a conservative in like 1958, okay? You're not a conservative in the 60s. You're a conservative in 2020.
Charlie Kirk is my new
hero. Why would you?
Goodbye, Arjan.
Why would you take a position that like even conservatives know better than to take? Like, conservatives now don't even fucking act like, conservatives now act like they would be on board with MLK, even though you already know that like they definitely wouldn't, right? Why is he acting like, being against the Vietnam War and being pro civil rights movement is like bad? in 2020.
Thankful, by definition, you're less likely to be involved and engaged in conflict. Thanksgiving is supposed to de-escalate any sort of pre-existing issues in our country.
Wait, how? Oh my God, what's this? Oh God, he's got the whiteboard. Oh no, oh no, oh no. He's losing it. He's going full fucking conservative psycho. I mean, he always has been, but like aesthetically speaking, he is like 100% hitting that line now.
And now they're using the virus as an excuse for you not to be thankful. We'll be right back.
Yeah. So weird, like this notion that like, you know, liberals hate fucking fun and they hate Christmas. They hate Thanksgiving. It's just so
a growing number of
it's so fucking strange to me. Wait, we watched this already, didn't we?
Joe Biden was president.
Oh no, we did not.
a growing number of Republicans.
Antifa doesn't care about Thanksgiving. We're prepping for the war on Christmas. Yeah. I do hate it, but it's because my family's all conservatives and they know I'm not. How does that work? Don't have a Crenshaw take on this, please.
Commanders have spoken up and said this is the wrong thing to do. We want our troops home, but let's not bring them home in body bags. And that's potential.
Wait, what? What a fucking idiotic take by Iraq War veteran Senator Tammy Duckworth. What a dumb, baby-brained, moronic take. What, like, if they're gonna do, what's the argument here? That like, if we do a fucking full pull out of all troops, like they're gonna get killed in the process? Like,
Actually, what's going to happen if this president gets his way and puts his own political timeline ahead of our national security?
What? Oh God, this is so dumb. Conservative grifters keep saying the left somehow hates national holidays like Thanksgiving, but somehow at the same time left loves to be lazy with shorter work weeks and paid maternal leave. Of course you like Thanksgiving. You eat all the leftovers. I can't argue with that, man. I do fucking love eating me some goddamn leftovers. Maybe that's why I like
have come out in support of Biden receiving the intelligence briefings traditionally afforded to president-elects, but few have spoken forcefully about Trump's refusal to accept the election results or denounced his false statements about the election being rigged or questioned why he hasn't provided evidence.
What does a Turkish-American Thanksgiving look like? A lot of rice. I just, the worst part about Thanksgiving is the turkey. I think turkey is, and I say this as like a person who eats a fuckload of chicken, as you all know. I think turkey is subpar. I'll fucking say it, dude. I'll come out and say it. Now, the best part is the leftovers. Like, turkey is mid. It's mid. As far as like poultry goes, it's mid. It's not as good as chicken. Not as juicy as chicken. It's not as delicious as chicken. It's like rarely ever prepared correctly.
Stop ruining Creedence Clearwater
but having said that, oh my God, dude, I love American Thanksgiving food. I fucking love American Thanksgiving food so much. The fucking, what is that bread thing that you guys do? It's crazy. My mouth is watering right now thinking about it. Like the gravy, the fucking mashed potatoes, stuffing. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good, dude. I just want like fucking cornbread, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing. All that shit is so dank. All that shit is so dank. And then you fucking mix all that shit with like the mid-ass turkey and then it still makes sense. Now, unfortunately, my family doesn't make all that stuff. Unfortunately, my family does not make that. They make like Turkish shit, which is still great. It's still delicious. Like, I love Turkish food too. But like, I do want some of that fucking American ass leftovers, dude. Oh, stuffing. Anyway. And so you had a deep fried turkey. You can't be 100%. Okay, well, I've never had a deep fried turkey. I would love to have one. Oh, mashed taters, gravy, stuffing, cornbread, then pie at the end. Yeah, pecan pie. I don't like pumpkin pie. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know why people. I feel like people lie to themselves about like pumpkin pie. Like, it's not that good. You're not really even. Apple pie. Oh. God, American food is so good. So good. I'm such a fucking Ameriboo, dude.
Motherfucking stuffing. Stuff me full of that motherfucking stuffing. Stuff me full of that motherfucking stuffing. Stuff me full of that motherfucking stuffing.
Pumpkin pie, hell admit if you don't have good whipped cream on it. Yes, that's 100% true. 100% true. Cranberry sauce, I don't really like that much. Wait, what are you saying? Aren't you Turkish? Yeah, I am Turkish. But I've always been so fucking jealous of Thanksgiving, like big Thanksgiving gatherings. I'm a Marabou, dude. You debate Jenga Thanksgiving? Yes. Absolutely. Nonstop.
It's when you weep for America.
Liking pumpkin pie is social conditioning. I live in the South and barbecue turkey legs from a carnival fucking slap. Okay, well, that sounds great, but are you going to stream on Thanksgiving? Also, don't badmouth pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'm going to fucking stream as I stream every single goddamn day.
I agree.
I might even
Turkey
stream.
is an overrated country.
Oh, Chuck Grassley got COVID. Of course he did. He is, by the way, the oldest senator. And I think maybe Dianne Feinstein will be the oldest senator after this. Who knows?
I only recently realized that J. Jonah Jameson is a satirical take on conservative political commentators, and it makes his character so much funnier to me.
I'm getting so hungry. Diane's been walking around without a mask on, so you might want to go down the list some more too. Nah. Okay, let's just go back to the video.
President Trump's